time, everything's not easy anymore, right? Everybody's tired. Everybody's got something that's hurting on them, and this is the time we make our most improvement.
Can you take a step forward for me? Just a little bit, just so my arms
Kind of intimidating.
Putting you right into the lion's den, man.
Yeah.
What'd you see today? I mean, it looked like first starters, offensive line looked really good at protecting
At
DJ.
times,
Yeah.
At times, I thought we had some protection was a little better. We've been working on improving that, being firmer in our protection. I thought we're seeing the results. And it's like anything. There's some things I think we missed some things in the run game that we shouldn't happen. But it's a normal day. That's why we come out and practice. It's not about where we're at. It's about trying to improve every day.
What'd you see that you liked, though? What was it on the field that really stood out to you? Was there anything that stood on the field, though?
I think just the one thing for me is seeing guys get better individually. And that's kind of our goal. If a guy can get better every day, then the whole group's getting better. So that's kind of the thing it's good to see guys do things that they didn't do right the day before. At the same time, we got a lot of work to do.
Where do things stand with the two guard spots?
You always hit me on the depth chart. I hate the depth chart because I don't have one. Right now it's we're kind of rolling a bunch of guys through. Now some of the older guys are playing one spot, but Grant Stark's a great example. He's having a great fall camp and getting better every day, and he's playing 4 spots. And so, fair or not to him, he's going to help us this year. And where's the best fit on game day to get the best 5 guys on the field?
But you do tend to roll with 5 guys in a game.
We've kind of ended, but there's been a lot of times we've had 6 when we say, okay, these 2 guys are going to rotate this game, or maybe I'd honestly love to have 10 of them and have some guys rotating and doing some stuff. We're just kind of seeing if those younger guys step up. We got some young guys in those backup roles that got to continue to improve.
Why is Grant so flexible? Because he looks like he plays every position.
I thought I would say genetics.
Oh,
but his mom for sure.
That's you.
Not his dad. No. I think he's smart. He's played a little bit of football. He grew up as a coach's son. He's a very smart kid. He doesn't make it bigger than it needs to be, and he just goes in and grinds and works at it.
Coach, you've had success with this Oregon State offensive line since you've come here. What is it about your coaching style that really can seem to bring the best out of these kids that have come in and come out of this organization and this team? What is it about your style?
I don't know if I think it's the players we have here. I have a really good room of guys that want to work and want to be good. And they're not going into meetings waiting for me. They're already ahead on stuff. They're already watching film on their own. They're doing extra things that most 18 to 22-year-olds don't do. I think there's a really good culture in that room. And I think the new guys learn it from the old guys, and I think that's what has helped us be successful in the past.
But to build that culture, clearly these guys trust you. They believe in you. And what is it about that you think that you get with them, or what have you heard from them in past years or this season?
We just work on getting better.
What do you want to see from your 3 guys that are returning, Gray, Fuaga, and Levingood? What's the next step for those guys?
Well, they play better, play more consistent. And that's kind of the deal. And just like, we start off fall camp, there is no starters in this room. And like I tell them, I hope somebody beats you guys out because that means we're a better team. It's your job to be better than you were. And so we need to be in a constant state of improvement. That's our goal.
You talk about that improvement individually, and I would assume that some of those things you talked about just by themselves in the film room, working on it, that kind of culture has grown since the time that you've got here. But how important is that individual improvement at this time of season after you start getting into games week after week after week? How crucial is it to have that individual improvement now so you can use it throughout the season where there just isn't that much time?
It's unbelievable. I mean, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. And that's every day we come out here and we got to get better. Every day through the season we got to get better because the teams we're playing are getting better. And so we're not a fixed deal. It's about a constant state of improvement and working every day and pushing through and challenging ourselves to be better.
How realistic is it for this line to be as good as last year?
I don't know. We'll see. I think the thing I really liked last year is they just improved as the year went on. And we just got stronger and more confident as the year goes on. Now that, a lot of the same guys back, but it's a new group. We're starting all over again. So we'll see if we have that same goal, same determination, same work ethic to be good.
Among the younger guys, Strand, how's fall camp going for him?
It's going good for him, and I got some of the redshirt freshmen that are you know, it's kind of starting to click, but then there's a lot of freshman type mistakes, you know, and they just got to keep, like I said, keep working, get their consistency up and their technique up a little bit.
How about a guy like Tanner Miller? We saw him in the early stages of camp out there with all the returning starters. How have you felt like he's performed?
You know, Tanner he works his ass off. I don't know if he gets enough credit for that. You know, he's a little bit undersized for the position, but he's really good technique-wise, so he can get away with it. He's a tough kid, competitive kid. Just, you know, the guy that's just going to do things right and always be a warrior.
Jonathan said yesterday it was important, especially for the second team, to just get 5 guys all on the same page. How do you feel like where that's at right now?
I'm not, you know, we're halfway through camp where we can making too many mistakes. You know, those things got to get cleaned up, because that's what's nice about a practice like today. You throw a little competition in, those mistakes all of a sudden become a stop drive. And so I think the sense of urgency a little bit more is we got to have a sense of urgency to improve, make the corrections, and be able to move forward.
Jim, you coach the tight ends, but you're the running game coordinator. What do you see from that group in terms of blocking?
I think they've improved a lot this fall. I really see them kind of getting after it a little bit, trying their technique being better, being more aggressive and physical, and that's good to see. I think they're working at it and taking pride in it.
What ways do you think that the offense has become more versatile from last year to this year?
Oh, I think I think at this time of the year, we're trying to get a bunch of offense in. We're kind of loading a ton of stuff on them, you know, and get the big package in, and then you kind of dial it down as you get towards games and you know, pick certain things. You know, I think we have a chance to be pretty multi-dimensional as an offense, and I think that's the goal. I mean, we want to be able to attack the whole field and still be a physical offense.
Jim, over the summer, Coach Smith talked about how important it's been keeping this coaching staff, this organization together. I know that you've had success and potential opportunities have, you know, maybe come your way. What's kind of kept you here at Oregon State? What is it about this university and Coach Smith and this staff that kind of keeps you here and likes these guys so much?
I mean, Coach Smith's awesome. Oregon State's awesome. This community's awesome. It's a great place for my family. You know, we got great guys on this team. You know, all those things put together would be a tough place to ever live.
The playing time that Pinelli got late last year, how helpful was that in his development?
The who?
Bloomfield.
The Henley did? Yeah. It was good. You know, he's a tough, physical kid. That's his nature. I mean, he wants to play hard, but he's also become really football smart. He's worked really hard to learn football since he's got here. You know, he's not only now just being the tough guy, he's seeing things on the field. He's able to make calls before things happen and do things. So, you know, really good with his improvement on that.
How's Joshua looking, by the way? Noticed that he wasn't really getting much in practice, kind of staying off to the sideline. Is he okay? Just dealing with something?
Fine.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he's just, you know, just kind of letting it rest, you know, and just, you know, fall camp's long. Day after day, a lot of pounding, right? So,
okay.
Yep.
All right.
We're good.